Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Nathan's return to General Hospital has fans buzzing, and for good reason. The idea that Nathan could walk back into Port Charles after all these years is shocking enough. But what if the man everyone assumes is Nathan isn't Nathan at all? What if his true identity is something much darker, more twisted, and far more complicated than anyone imagined? That's exactly the theory rattling around in fans' minds right now, and if it turns out to be true, the reveal would shake Port Charles to its very core. Think about it for a moment. Nathan's death was one of the most heartbreaking moments in the show's history. Maxie mourned him. Fans grieved alongside her. His legacy lingered through James, the son he never got to raise. So the sudden possibility that Nathan might not actually be gone opens up a Pandora's box of questions. Was he ever really dead? Was he held captive? Or, more intriguingly, is the man who appears to be Nathan really someone else entirely? Someone who's been molded, brainwashed, or surgically altered to take on Nathan's identity for some sinister reason? When you dig into the long, twisty history of General Hospital, this kind of storyline is not only possible, it's almost expected. Look back at decades of soap history, and you'll find endless examples of twins, doppelgangers, plastic surgery schemes, fake deaths, and long-lost relatives suddenly showing up to wreak havoc. So the idea that the man who looks like Nathan might not be Nathan at all is completely in line with the kind of drama GH is famous for delivering. If this Nathan isn't the real deal, then who could he be? One possibility is that he's connected to Cesar Faison. After all, Faison has always been obsessed with manipulation, control, and psychological games. He spent years tormenting Anna Devane, Robin Scorpio, and countless others. Could Faison have had some twisted plan in motion even after his own death? Could he have created a pawn, someone conditioned to believe he's Nathan or to masquerade as Nathan for a grander scheme? It's not far-fetched when you think about Faison's history of using masks, disguises, and brainwashing. A fake Nathan could easily fit into that legacy. Another theory gaining traction is that the man we see might actually be Nathan's long-lost twin. Soap operas love twins, especially ones separated at birth, hidden away, or experimented on by villains. Imagine the drama if Nathan had a brother he never knew about, someone raised in secrecy, who now resurfaces looking exactly like him. This twin could either be good, a victim who was kept hidden, or bad, trained to cause chaos in Nathan's name. Either way, the emotional fallout would be massive. Maxie would be torn between the joy of seeing a familiar face and the devastation of realizing it's not her Nathan. James, who's grown up without his father, would be caught in the crossfire of hope and heartbreak. There's also the potential that this isn't even about family ties at all. What if the man who looks like Nathan is a complete stranger who has undergone plastic surgery to take on Nathan's appearance? Soap fans have seen this kind of twist before, where someone is physically altered to impersonate someone else. But why Nathan? The answer could tie back to power, money, or revenge. Perhaps someone with an agenda wants access to Maxie, or even to Anna and the WSB, and believes the easiest way to get close is through Nathan's identity. By using his face, this imposter could infiltrate the lives of Port Charles residents with devastating precision. Now, let's dive into the ripple effect. Imagine Maxie's reaction. She's moved on with her life, but Nathan will always be her great love. Seeing him again would be overwhelming. But what happens when she starts noticing differences? Subtle changes in the way he speaks, tiny cracks in his memory, or inconsistencies in his stories. Maxie is sharp, and her instincts are strong. It wouldn't take her long to realize something's wrong. But by then, would she already be emotionally invested? Would she cling to the hope that Nathan somehow survived, even if her gut tells her this isn't him? That conflict would tear her apart, and the audience would feel every bit of her struggle. Then there's James. Though he's still young, the chance to finally meet the man he believes is his father would be a powerful storyline. Children often sense things adults miss, so James might be the one to notice that the supposed Nathan doesn't feel right. That kind of storytelling could add layers of heartbreak, especially if James grows attached only to learn the man isn't really his dad. Outside of Maxie's family, the shockwaves would spread further. Nina, Nathan's sister, would be blindsided. Her bond with Nathan was strong, and she's already suffered more than enough loss in her life. To have her brother back would be a dream come true, but the devastation of learning it's a lie could push her to the edge. Would she lash out in anger? Would she crumble emotionally? Or would she dig for answers, determined to find out who this imposter is and why he's taken Nathan's identity? Anna Devane would undoubtedly get involved as well. If there's a mystery man tied to Nathan's image, Anna would sense a connection to the WSB or even to Faison's lingering shadow. She's spent her life battling criminals who manipulate identities, so she'd be one of the first to question the truth. Her investigation could lead her down dark paths, uncovering shocking secrets about how this man came to look like Nathan and what his endgame really is. And let's not forget Liesl Albrecht. She adored Nathan. He was her pride and joy, the one good thing she brought into the world despite her dark past. Liesl would be ecstatic to see Nathan again, but if it turned out to be a cruel trick, her wrath would be unstoppable. Liesl has proven time and again that when pushed to her emotional limits, she'll unleash fury on anyone who dares to hurt her family. An imposter parading around as Nathan could ignite one of her most dangerous vendettas yet, and Port Charles would be wise to watch out. So let's circle back to the biggest question. Why would someone impersonate Nathan in the first place? What's the motive? Revenge is always a strong possibility in Port Charles. Maybe someone with a vendetta against Maxie wants to exploit her grief and hope by dangling Nathan's face in front of her. Maybe this is a plot to destabilize the WSB by creating chaos in Anna's orbit. Or perhaps there's an even deeper agenda. A mysterious benefactor who gains power or money by reintroducing a fake Nathan to this kind of storyline is patience. At first, the man might be accepted without question. Everyone would be too stunned and emotional to challenge the miracle of Nathan's return. But little by little, cracks would appear. Small mistakes in his knowledge, subtle differences in behavior, and eventually undeniable evidence that this isn't Nathan. The longer the ruse goes on, the more devastating the reveal becomes. By the time the truth comes out, the damage to relationships and emotions could be catastrophic. And what if, just what if, the story takes an even crazier turn? What if the man doesn't even know he's not Nathan? Imagine someone who's been brainwashed or conditioned to genuinely believe he's Nathan West. His memories could have been implanted, his mind manipulated, until he fully accepts the identity as his own. That would make the eventual reveal even more heartbreaking, because the man himself would suffer an identity crisis. He wouldn't just be a villain, he'd be a victim too. That kind of complexity could open up incredible storytelling opportunities. Of course, there's always the chance the writers go for the most shocking route of all. The real Nathan is alive somewhere, and this fake Nathan is part of the mystery that leads to his rescue. That would combine the best of both worlds, the emotional roller coaster of dealing with an imposter and the joy of Nathan's genuine return. Fans would be put through the ringer, but the payoff would be unforgettable. For now, all we can do is speculate. But one thing's for sure, if the Nathan we're seeing isn't really Nathan, the reveal of his true identity is going to rock General Hospital like nothing else. The writers know how deeply fans loved Nathan, and they wouldn't toy with that emotion unless they had a massive twist planned. So buckle up, because whether this man is an imposter, a twin, a brainwashed pawn, or part of a larger conspiracy, the fallout is going to be explosive. Port Charles has never been a safe place, and secrets always find their way to the surface. If Nathan isn't Nathan, then his true identity is the ticking time bomb that will eventually explode, leaving no one untouched. Maxie's heart, Nina's world, Liesl's sanity, Anna's instincts, and James's future will all hang in the balance. And when the truth finally comes out, General Hospital fans will be left reeling in the best way possible. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for all of your updates.